Today's video is on the 2021 Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group Conference. It starts on a Wednesday with a field trip, and this year's field trip was to the Arizona Tortoise Compound. This is a private breeding facility at the home of Julian and Andy Hermes. Turtles and tortoises are some of the most endangered species on the planet, and facilities such as this will ensure that some of these specimens, though they become extinct in the wild, will still exist. The TTPG supports captive breeding as habitat loss and other factors make it impossible for some of these species to survive in the wild.
Well, thank you for allowing us to come to your place.
Well, it's my pleasure. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Field trips such as this allow TTPG members to see firsthand setups and outdoor enclosures for both turtles and tortoises. Past field trips have included seeing facilities at James Badman, Bob Bloom, myself, Jerry Fife.
This is a video now.
Uh-oh.
We're here. Do you prefer Andy or Andrew?
Andrew's more business-like, Andy's more friendly-like. So
okay,
it
Andy.
depends what
I'll
level
pretend
we're
I'm
on.
friends.
There you go.
Thanks for having us to your place.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Need to come more often, man.
You live way the heck out here.
It's amazing to see the work and effort from one couple, and think what the entire membership of the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group has done in the conservation and saving turtle species, thousands of which no longer need to be taken from the wild, thus helping conserve species in their native lands. They also work with several different iguana species and other lizards. Leopard tortoises, sulcatas, marginated tortoises pictured here, and many of these species have not been imported to the U.S. in over 2 decades. Yet, due to captive breeding, they're readily available, and thousands are exported, thus preventing the take of wild populations. The Arizona Tortoise Compound has murals on the walls, some cool signs, and it's just done a spectacular job in providing for the care of their animals. To see more, you'll have to come to the conference next year, because now we're off to the World Wildlife Zoo. Of course, by now we're hungry, so we all headed for lunch. Each of these field trips provide plenty of time to meet other members, sit down and talk and discuss tortoises.
Okay, Richard, where are we at?
We are at the World Wildlife Zoo for the TTPG conference.
And we're having just loads of fun. We're on the tram or gondolas.
This TTPG field trip not only included entry into the zoo, but access to all the rides.
This is the Arabian aurochs. Became extinct in the wild in the 1970s, and thanks to zoos and private institutions was saved and has been reintroduced back into its native habitat.
This is a great example of captive breeding and kind of what the TTPG members are doing with radiated tortoises, Galapagos tortoises, spider tortoises, Burmese star tortoises, and other species. Here, the zoo also has African spurred tortoises, but it's always cool to see them. I think that's some Aldabras. There's a radiated tortoise, some Indian star tortoises, some rhinoceros iguanas. I love that horny toad. Here, Richard sits on a tortoise. Various crocodilians. And that was last year when I got to pet a rhino. Actually, 2 years ago, I guess. There was no conference in 2020 due to COVID.
But as you can see, just a spectacular experience at the zoo. Not only seeing the various reptiles, but birds and mammals, the various turtles basking, monkeys, the black swan, and of course, the red-eared slider, checking out the black swan.
You can become a member of the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group for just $40 or $65 for a family, and a lifetime membership is only $300. As a member of TTPG, you'll get a discount admission to the annual conference, the Badager magazine, and access to a lot of information. There's one of the Galapagos, bird flying by the Galapagos at the World Wildlife Zoo. Monitor, box turtle, but as you can see, the field trips are just spectacular and a lot of fun. A lot of opportunity to interact with fellow enthusiasts, discuss some of your latest ideas, and how you maintain and keep your tortoises from people all across the country, an exchange of ideas and information. And we haven't even started the talks yet. I like this anaconda with the red-foot tortoise. Even the bearded dragon was laughing at that. You can see that the zoo has quite a variety of tortoises and turtles, and we haven't even got to some of the aquatic section yet. But of course, the best part, as I said before, is talking to others. I didn't take a ride on the train, but John Heidecker decided he'd try the log ride.
I thought you might flip over backwards.
Yeah, exactly. I almost did. Backwards.
As you can see, we are all having a lot of fun, except maybe Drew, who had to do some work on the side. But the aquarium is spectacular, from the fish, the eels, and of course, we'll see some turtles too, along with the albino alligators. If you're not at the conference, you're probably wondering right now, why not? Why wasn't I there? I'm missing all this cool stuff. Look at that eel. I don't even know what kind it is, but that's just spectacular. Just everything you see. And this is only day one of the 2021 annual Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group Conference. Day one is the field trips. Day two is a full day of reptile talks that will be concluded with a roundtable discussion on Galapagos tortoises. You see, there's a mata, and I think we saw, there's a fly river turtle. And we saw common snappers, alligator snappers, and of course all these fish. Sharks. Just a spectacular time. Seeing the animals, the fish. But of course, the best part is always the interaction with people. And I've only shown you just a fraction of that. At the end of the day, we'll all gather together to have dinner at Dillon's there at the World Wildlife Zoo. Another opportunity to interact and talk and discuss things of the day, get to know new people. You know, the conference is great for a number of reasons. From beginners to experts, everyone has an opportunity to share and learn. And there's always a few new ideas. The talks will include hobbyists such as myself and how they care for things, veterinarian talks, how to best take care of your tortoise and some issues to watch for. Just about everything you'd want to know about turtles and tortoises. Conference registration for members is only $120, but for students it's a mere $35. And a number of people have contributed so that some students may be able to attend for free. And if you want to bring your spouse along, it's only an additional $50. Great opportunity to come and learn and share information. If you want to participate in these field trips, it's an additional $60, but it includes bus transportation to and from the hotel, to the Arizona Tortoise compound, all your time there, admission to the zoo, as I mentioned, all the rides, plus your lunch and dinner as well. And of course, the reason that all these things can be so cheap is because of the many sponsors of the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group, including the Bells, who sponsored the dinner at Dillon's, ZooMed, Timberline, and many other sponsors. But it's just a worthwhile event, a lot of fun, and probably one of the best bangs for your buck you can get anywhere. Highly recommended, I guess, is what I'm saying. You can see I've had a lot of fun, and it's just hard to believe this is only day one. I forgot to mention that, well, day 2 is Turtle Talks. Day 3 on Friday is a half day of talks, followed by the banquet and the banquet speaker, typically an international speaker. At all of our conferences, there are both talks from people locally, nationally, and internationally. And it's just amazing to see some of the work that's being done and the efforts that are being put towards saving tortoises and turtles. The TTPG conference is just a great place to gain information, whether you're new or have years of experience. We all have something to learn and something to share. It's about 6 p.m. and time for dinner, so we head into Dillon's, and gives us an opportunity to have some good food and talk to a few new people. Looks like the conference is about to begin. Vanessa's dressed as a turtle, ZooMed's there, giving out products, as is Timberline. People signing up, getting their badges. U.S. Ark is represented. And then the talks begin. After Russ Gurley introduced the first speaker, we had a talk on the power of captive breeding. Then we had a talk on the turtles of Bangladesh, followed by a talk on breeding success with the forest hingeback tortoise. And that was followed on the captive care and breeding of diamondback terrapins. That was followed by lunch and an opportunity to meet and talk with conference attendees, and that was followed by the Charlie Green Memorial Award presentation. And then Wayne Hill, followed by our international speaker, Turtle Island. Breeding red-headed side-neck turtles was the next topic, followed by a talk on pyramiding in tortoises. And then we had a veterinarian talk on bladder stones. Exciting time, interesting talks by all, and I even talked. Then we had a round table in the evening, followed the next morning with Phil Goss and an update on U.S. Ark, and then an update on International Turtle and Tortoise Week, and another talk by Wayne, followed by an inspirational talk by a high school student,
and work he's doing with pond turtles. Conservation through early education was our next topic. We only protect that which we love. Then we had a Zoom meeting, followed by our banquet and our international speaker again on Turtle Island and all the great work that's being done there. And if you didn't realize, even though the conference is over with the banquet, the next day there's the Phoenix Reptile Expo, Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday night is the auction to benefit U.S. ARC. Our badges also allow us free entry into the Phoenix Zoo, so we thought we'd do that as well. But I hope you enjoyed this quick little review of the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group. Have a great day.